And here we are here at the EFA Intercontinental Futsal World Cup. We have Kazakhstan taking on Spain. I'm sitting here, I am joined here with Alex Serapis from the Newcastle Titans. My name's Reece Cooper, I'm also from the Newcastle Titans. And Joe Gujewski, who's just left me to speak to his family back home. So hello, Mr. and Mrs. Gujewski. Alex, what are your thoughts on this game and what we're about to witness in front of the camera here?
Yeah, look, I think it'll be a tight game. We know Spain are very good in defence, as they showed against Brazil in the group game. We know Kazakhstan are very well drilled, a very good attacking team. So I think Kazakhstan will control more of the ball, but as we know, Spain are very good on the counter-attack. So I think it will be a tight game, but I tip Kazakhstan to take this one.
And Joey has finally joined us in the commentary box here. Joey, what are your thoughts on the game that's going to unravel in front of us?
Thanks, Coops. It's good to be here. I think Kazakhstan are very, very well drilled in, very systematic. I think they're going to be very hard to break down, but the Spanish lads, all credit to them, they are very good in defence. Pretty slow transition, so I think Kazakhstan will look to turn the ball over and get their target into play.
Definitely, yeah. Thank you for those insights. So just looking in front of the camera, what we have here, we have big squads. They're very, very big teams. Do you reckon that we can see quick rotations using the numbers of the teams, or do you reckon the coaches are going to fight for their first starting five for the first 15-20, or will we see rotations?
I think we'll see rotations. Both sides do have rather large benches, so we have seen in the group stages that there have been quick rotations. Certain players or certain set pieces will be on at the same time, so I think we'll expect to see a high, intense game here.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's the best way to play futsal. You know, quick rotation, have a big team, fresh legs all the time, and both teams work hard. So I think we'll see quick rotations for sure.
I just want to say to the viewers, I just want to touch on Spain's defensive shape. They did hold out a very, very, very attacking Brazilian team in Colorado, and they actually ended up winning that game 2-1, and one of the defensive. So I think that's going to be the key for them. As Alex touched on, Kazakhstan are a very, very well offensive drilled team, but I believe Spain might have it. My tip, guys, I'm picking Spain.
My tip, Reece, I'm tipping Kazakhstan 2-1.
Is it a score and everything? Okay. I think it'll be a higher scoring game. I think Kazakhstan will score a few, but I think Spain will come out and have to attack a bit more than they usually would want to. So I'd say Kazakhstan 5-2.
And while they're shaking hands and the teams are greeting each other, I just want to touch on the other qualifying finals that went on. Newcastle got victory up against an Indian team. Once again, the Indians turned up, showed their heart. They can be very proud of themselves. They had a rough tournament, to say the least, and they just kept showing up with a smile on their face, and Newcastle got the job done, 23-0. In the other game, Brisbane versus the champions of Ecuador. It was a great game. I believe Brisbane went up 2-0. Ecuador reversed the slides a bit and come back to 2-2, and we saw it go into penalties where Brisbane got the win. Sam Godbold was an absolute god in goals in the penalty shootout, and definitely allowed them to win that game.
Reece, I just want to touch on the Kazakhstan team. We've got a bit of intel that potentially 3 or 4 of these players competed in the 2016 Euros. So I'm not sure who those exact players are, but it's good to see the quality coming through these tournaments.
Well, Spain definitely have a good team as well. Joey, who do you think is one of their main players, the ones you have to look out for? Obviously, they have a few quality players. So who do you think for Spain is their danger man?
It's hard to tell. At the moment, I think their number 10 is probably their best ball player. Controls the game, moves the ball side to side. He's got very good feet, very, very composed in front of their own goal. I think he'll be the key to Spain's defence.
I just want to mention the number 17 for Kazakhstan to the viewers back at home, English viewers from all around the world as well. We actually don't have team sheets in front of us, so we're going to be referring to the Spanish players and the Kazakhstan players from their numbers, just in case you were wondering, or if you wanted to give a shout out. Unfortunately, we won't be having their last names on this camera. I just want to also touch on the Kazakhstan's number 10. Look at his body positioning for the youngsters watching this game. Look at his body positioning when he does hold that ball up. He gets his body nice and low, nice and balanced over the ball, and he's able to engage the flankers.
Yeah. The kick-off here. Kazakhstan take it forward. See Kazakhstan straight away moving the ball quickly and quick rotations. Bit of a wild shot to start the game.
Yes, definitely. I believe maybe that's a scare tactic, something to see how they get the sting out of the game. I think Spain's key here is actually their goalkeeper. He's unbelievable. He's got great feet and he's very, very reactive as we see the ball deep in the court.
Very high press by Kazakhstan.
Could it be? Oh, he's done well.
Here.
He's done well. As we can see, Kazakhstan going man for man. Kazakhstan win the ball back. Or Spain have a break here.
Spain are quite good on the counter-attacks, and I think that's what they will rely on in this game.
Reece and Al, I just want to touch on quickly the composure of some of the players in front of the goals.
If you can hear some background, boys, background noise, we are joined here by the Brisbane Atletico squad. As I said, they went on penalty. So if you hear any voices that aren't Joseph, Reese's, or Alex's, that'll be the Brisbane boys. So anyone from Brisbane, the boys say hello. And
Kazakhstan press here.
It's a great save. That's probably, for shooting from that angle, you want to go low and across the keeper.
Yeah, definitely. But the Spain goalkeeper is very good, and he does cover the goal well, so he will be hard to beat from an angle like that.
Kazakhstan look to be playing a very high line here, very high press. Do we see the target at 12? Great save by the keeper. It's a sprayed shot by the 11. Kazakhstan really taking the game to the Spanish boys in the opening minute.
I just want to talk about what we can actually hear from the court. Plenty of talking. That's big thing in futsal, on a small court in a high-paced game, talking and organising, not only from the coaches but the on-field players as well, and the goalkeeper, even though he is 20 to 30 metres behind.
Spain come forward.
Once again,
Spain's target man there, the number 12, is Spain's number 12 is very strong on the ball. He does get a lot physical.
Do you reckon we're going to see a set play here?
I think so.
Something that Kazakhstan will probably have done their homework on with the live stream games. They would have replayed to see the goalkeeper getting into a funny position, setting his wall up.
I think one man wall. What do you think, Lewis?
One man wall. As long as he's covering the space, so we see a shot here, and it's straight at him. It's probably looking to go around the keeper there. He is off his line, but
I think the Spain team, they would have their set pieces, but I think they just thought first one will just
see the target, hold the ball up. We see a shot here. Just a little bit off. Tried to hit it a little bit off balance. It's a great hold up by the number 12. You mentioned his strength before, Alex.
Kazakhstan make the field big there.
See Kazakhstan really taking the game to the Spanish boys in the opening minutes. 15 on the ball. Working it well. Very composed play. We see the Spanish guys just holding their own. Not pressing as high as Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan move the ball very well. Very systematic.
As we see Spain's defence, they're very good at defending against good
There
teams.
we are. Can we count in now? Transitioning.
Kazakhstan losing the back
They have a
man
back
here.
stick. Very unlucky there. I think if that 10 sprayed that ball across, could have been its easy tap-ins.
I think so. I think Kazakhstan got a bit mixed up in their defence there, and they left the back man free. Just one square ball across. If it made it, we could have seen it in the first goal of the game.
As we anticipated, we did see a very, very intense first opening 2 minutes.
Spain hold the ball now. Number 10 is very good with his feet.
He has very, very, very quick feet. As we see Spain getting deep in their court, getting pushed back by the Kazakhstan, they'd be happy with that. And it's a great ball. Brilliantly weighted ball by the keeper here. Normally your keepers aren't known for their footwork, but it is so important for any young keepers out here, not only out here, but watching this game live online. It's very, very important for the keepers to develop footwork, as they are used as a fifth man.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
I see Kazakhstan here get the ball, a bit of a wayward pass. See the bench standing up, maybe they're going for a full team swap. What are your thoughts, Joey?
Yeah, it looks to see that it could be a potential 4v4. It's a great turn by the 12.
That's great defending, boys. Great defending there by the Spain goalkeeper.
Just going back on what Reece said about the 4 plays looking to come off for Kazakhstan, does look like a straight 4v4 swap.
Joey, just for any coaches that are watching this game, I know we've got 33,000 people watching this game. If you're a coach and you wanted to do a 4-on-4 swap, when it is important to do that swap, actually?
It's definitely important when we have the ball. We should never do a 4v4 swap when we do not have the ball. Do it when the ball is in our final third. Just touching on this now. Here's the set piece from Kazakhstan. Sorry to cut you off there, Reece. 10 on the ball. Very good ball security, this number 10. He'll be the key
done
to
very
this
well
match.
there.
Very composed play. Back to the keeper.
It's another good ball by the goalkeeper. Spain come forward. Can he hold it?
Very unlucky touch there. He's 1-on-1.
Oh, he's sold him for a dummy there.
It's another great ball by the goalkeeper there under pressure. Spain seem to be playing very well under pressure here, Alex.
Yes, no, they are. I think they are good at they are good at copying pressure.
They are. Just want to go on the defences from both teams. You see Kazakhstan doing a very, very, very high press. Spain's happy to sit in their own half and kind of invite pressure.
They are quite good at soaking up the pressure and scoring on the counter-attack. That's how they beat Brazil. They soaked up the pressure for the whole game, defended, scrambled very well. See a foul there by the Kazakhstan, number 23.
Correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, in the commentary box with me, but is that the third foul in the first 3.5 minutes?
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
As we see a sub,
Could be a tactic.
we see a new player come on for the field for Spain now. He may look a little bit smaller, but please do not underestimate him as a player. And they've just absolutely wasted that 4 seconds. Probably want to see more movement there with Spain.
We will see an indirect free kick here.
Indirect meaning that it has to touch another player on the field, goalkeeper included, for the ball to go in.
Do you think a set piece here, boys?
I think there's going to be a block run. Number 4 has definitely got a cannon on both feet. I watched him warm up. He's a very impressive ball striker, a bit like Sam Lowry from the Brisbane Atletico squad, and Alex Serapis from the Newcastle Titans squad. As we see, 2 blockers, and we see, it's another great save by the Spaniard goalkeeper. What a player. See the ball in the back corner here, really backing into it. We touched on yesterday the zero tolerance for the backing in and coming through the back of a player. As we see Spain here on the board, the number 10, he's a key player for them. We see the little fella, and look at straight away he overcommits. He's got great feet. As we see a turnover here, Kazakhstan's got the ball. They're going to look back stick. It's a very smart foul. Very smart foul. Thoughts, Joey?
I think it's a little bit soft, that foul, to be honest.
That's the thing. It's a professional foul, Alex. I think he's ran across him. 2-hand push. It's a smart foul.
Getting a card for it as well. I think it's very soft.
Can see another set piece here by Kazakhstan. Very drilled in. Very good with their rotations.
Kazakhstan set up here.
You see a long shot.
Good defence again by Spain.
Great defence. Just going back on Spain's defence, they are happy to sit in their own half and kind of invite pressure because they do back themselves one-on-one, which is it's really good to have that team morale and team spirit. We see Kazakhstan moving the ball very well, some good touches. Number 8 all the ball, and we see Spain pressing a bit high here, pushing out of their own half. Number 4 for Kazakhstan on the ball. Good ball moving by Kazakhstan. Nice rotations. Trying to move the Spain defence around. It's a sloppy pass there. Spain can look to settle here. Get a few touches themselves.
Yeah, definitely, Joey. Kazakhstan, I think Spain are happy to let Kazakhstan have 90% of the ball. They are willing. They do back themselves. And we see again, there's zero movement from the Spaniards and another cheap turnover after winning the ball. They work so hard defensively and invite that pressure, and that's 2 times in a row now they've had zero movement. Maybe the coach should think about it. We see Kazakhstan here down the line, and it's a wayward shot.
Probably should have tried to hold that up there. I don't think he was ever going to score from that angle, especially against this Spanish goalkeeper.
It is a tough run. Personally, I don't mind the run in terms of making space, but receiving the ball, you're back to goal. The only thing you're going to do is play the ball back to where it come from, unless you're not tracked. So it's obviously a tactic used by Kazakhstan to get down the line. We see the number 10 break. Very well defended there by Kazakhstan. As you can see, this number 10 and number 2 for Spain have really impressed me in the first end. And again, the cheap turnover. Maybe the refs are picking up on the time limit taking and the strictness of where the ball's served. I know they're not picking up on shin pads, that is for sure.
As you see here, Kazakhstan, another straight 4 swap.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to lie, I didn't wear my shin pads in the last game either, boys. Seems to be not a big deal.
Seems
here
to be
in
a
Spain.
thing. It's a great ball and bond. Great defence by the young.
Well defended by the young fella. And
I think Kazakhstan's number 12 is their main target. Very strong on the ball. We've seen in previous group games. Very strong on the ball. He's got good feet. Rolls his man. Can finish.
About 5 minutes gone, boys. All Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan looking good in the opening 5 minutes. Spain very good in defence.
It's a little bit soft again for a yellow card, I think. I suppose he's being consistent though.
I agree with you there, Alex. I don't think that was a yellow card, but at least he's being consistent, which is fair.
Is that the tone that this game's going to have? I think, you know, if that's going to get a yellow card, I think we could see a lot of them in this game. Fouls like that.
That is Kazakhstan's 4th foul against them in the opening 5.5 minutes. So it'd be interesting to see how they commit themselves now defensively in terms of getting up in the faces of the Spaniards due to only having 2 fouls to play with, really. See the ball with Kazakhstan going back to their main pivot, who does a good check.
And move the ball around very well.
They have the 12 on the ball. Very strong target. Very unlucky there. Good feet by the 15. Very good feet.
It's very good defence by Spain again. They are a quality defensive lineup.
Let's see Spain with the ball. Nearly did a second touch. A bit of nerves creeping in maybe into this Spaniards team. They are under the pump, and momentum's a huge
thing in futsal.
I think
they'll hold it together though.
Yeah, so they were very impressive. For anyone that got to watch, the Spain versus Brazil game, it was a very tactical game. Brazil come out firing with that. It's very easy through the middle of the field there.
Tell you what, Spanish keeper saves them again.
I think the Spanish keeper, and we see maybe Kazakhstan defender over defending, and
here we go, Spain.
Oh, it's a great shot. Well blocked by number 12. Not only is he holding the ball up at one end of the field, he's also blocking shots down the bottom.
I think. Touching on the first game Spain played against Brazil, when they counted slowly. I think this game they're counting a lot quicker, which you know, is obviously a good
Absolutely,
thing.
Alex.
And I think that's the way they're going to score.
Very unlucky. Kazakhstan can look to transition. It's a 3v2. 15 square ball. That's a penalty.
It's not.
That's unbelievable.
I cannot believe he hasn't given that.
Now Spain and beyond. This is unbelievable stuff.
And it's end-to-end stuff here.
Absolutely end-to-end. This is great.
Kazakhstan slow the game down again. I think. What do you think? That's a penalty? I think definitely a penalty. Definitely a penalty.
Yeah, definitely. Just going on their consistency through the group stages, that definitely would have been pulled up. So I'm calling pen. But I mean, as long as they're consistent, we'll see what gets squared up at the other end.
I don't know. Like they've given 2 yellow cards for pretty soft fouls and haven't given a penalty for a straight foul.
Yes.
You know. Who wants to be a ref, but.
It is a very, very, very different job to being a player, that is for sure. And we see Spain take it down the line. It's not a bad hit from a tight angle, and the keeper has done well there.
Could see a Spanish set piece here from this corner. Oh, is it corner or side? Can't tell.
Side kicking here. And I'd be happy to, and I'd be just a bit of a development on that one. And we see it's a great save, an absolutely beautiful save. Is that a game changer?
Very good reflexes there by the Kazakhstan goalkeeper to get down low. Very great save. Here we can see Kazakhstan can transition.
Kazakhstan come
15.
forward.
Great save again by the keeper. 17.
Keeper's the man of the match so far, Joe.
Keeper is definitely great
Very
feed by the
good footwork.
17.
Another great save by the Spanish goalkeeper.
Oh, here we
Tell you what,
unbelievable. It's a great feed by the 17.
Another great save. And Spanish team come forward now. They've got to come forward quick. Here we go, the number 2. Good footwork. It's a shot.
101.
Through again. Oh.
It's end-to-end futsal
see
stuff.
almost
That
a
is
full
absolutely
team change.
fantastic for the viewers. And that's the beauty of futsal. End-to-end
It's a great
stuff.
game.
It's really good to watch.
It's a great game to watch.
How quick can the team transition from attack to defence? Just want to touch on the Spain goalkeeper. Absolutely fantastic. In the space of 30 seconds.
3 or 4 saves.
30 seconds.
10, 15.
3 to 4 goals, scoring saves. That could potentially be the game changer for Spain.
Oh, Joey, definitely. I couldn't agree more with that statement. The goalkeepers have been the 2 best players at the moment, but we did touch on it early. I know we're saying touch on it quite a bit, and we see a little cut back here. We did speak about it earlier. I think the Spanish goalkeeper is going to be the big difference in this game. I mean, you see a glimpse of his quality. You see a turnover. It's quality defence by the number 12 for Spain.
Spanish team have to come forward quick now.
Oh, it's in and they've pulled it up. They've pulled it up.
We could see a set piece.
I believe that is number. Yep, we hear the allowance.
That is the 5th foul.
The alarm sound there for the 5th foul. That means That means that any more fouls will be taken from the red cross in the middle of the field, just right near where
not
the
even halfway through the first half.
and we see our first time out here, guys. On the first 11 or 8.5 minutes of the game, what are your thoughts?
Very end to end. Spain sat deep in the half in the first half. They've kind of pushed on now, pressing a bit higher, try to get Kazakhstan to turn the ball over in their final third. But I think Kazakhstan is looking better at the moment.
Well, I think Kazakhstan are playing right into Spain's game. I think they want that to happen. They want Kazakhstan to come forward and they want to score on counter-attacks. And, they're coming very close. I think both teams have had pretty good chances. Obviously, the Spanish goalkeeper saving them a little bit. But, if Spain can keep soaking up the pressure and score on the counter, that's their best chance of winning the game.
Al, on that, just want to go back on Spain's transition. We've seen in the group stages that they were a bit slower in transitioning from attack to defence. So in this game, obviously Kazakhstan are looking to break, and they are transitioning very well from defence to attack.
Yeah, definitely. Against Brazil, they were slow on the counter. They still managed to get the win. But this game they're looking much more sharp for sure.
Do you reckon
definitely.
in a tournament this demanding on your body, obviously the hard courts and multiple games a day, do you reckon that's a tactic from the Spaniards, sitting in for the first few games, breaking a little bit slowly, breaking when they have to?
I'm not sure. I think they've just got to the semi-final, to be honest, and they're thinking, all right, now or never. They're playing against a very good Kazakhstan team, so they've got a big bench as well, Spain. So they need to counter quick. They need to work hard, work their butts off. There's no point of countering if you're going to counter slow.
We see all the way back. That is definitely Kazakhstan's plans to get the Spaniards rushing back to their goalkeeper. It's a great ball to the target. Do we see? Oh, unlucky. He's nearly hit us in the commentary box here.
Bit of possession there by Spain. Bit rare.
I'm impressed with their willingness to find their target early. Normally we see in futsal with the ball, as Kazakhstan move the ball behind in their own half. They are going very direct to their target early. I'd like to see a little bit more of the flankers get involved off the target. There's a lot of space up. He's isolated one-on-one at the back there, so we'll see how that develops.
Just want to go on the ball movement for Kazakhstan here. Spain are really not pressing that hard, but Kazakhstan touch play, trying to really open that field up, as you see are able to pass there by the 8. Really good ball movement from Kazakhstan.
Bit of a commentator's curse there, but it was...
See Spain on the ball.
See, plays the goalkeeper back. Let's see his distribution again.
They do like that long ball, don't they, Spain?
Oh, we see a few... Oh, nothing... very innocent there, very innocent. We'll see Kazakhstan get the ball roll out.
That long ball from the goalkeeper.
Mate, I'm impressed with his feet. So if he's got if he finds a range and does it, is just an easy turnover.
Again, Kazakhstan.
And we see the ball go up there, and we'll see their work rate back. And as you can see, how they've set up very quickly, get numbers behind the ball.
Yeah, well drilled. They're a very well drilled team.
See kick in here for Spain, and it's a little bit rushed.
So, boys, obviously Spain, they had 3 wins in the group. Kazakhstan did have a loss, but we've all picked Kazakhstan. So why? So other than you, Reece. So why do you think Kazakhstan lost the game to America in their group?
Look, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't get to see the game, but I did hear things that America just can't be taken lightly here. They are a very, very good team. We've got Johnny Orlando. He's a very creative player. We've got Ryan Russell, just the absolute brick wall in the back, likes to get forward a bit. So whether the Americans...
He scored his first chip as well, I hear, in this tournament.
Oh, congratulations to Ryan.
He never chips the goalkeeper.
Ryan
Russell chips the goalkeeper. It's fantastic.
And it was beautiful. Hit the net on the full. Going back to your point now, I think, as I say, there was someone in red, and you see the goalkeeper there telling his player to tuck in because Kazakhstan's number 4 was open.
Let's see another set piece here.
Absolutely, Alex. Definitely another corner set piece here from Kazakhstan. Very systematic, very drilled in with their rotations, their blocks.
See Spain sitting deep.
Here it is. Spain and beyond. Very, very unlucky there from Kazakhstan. Spain, all credit to Spain there.
Here.
Good scramble from Spain. And we see that high press again from Kazakhstan, trying to get Spain to turn the ball over.
Oh my god.
That has gone very high.
I thought that was going to go all the way through.
We see the Spanish goalkeeper just telling his troops to kind of settle down. And we see another straight four swap for Kazakhstan. Do you think that's a tactic from the Kazakhstan coach?
It runs a bit like NFL, Joe. The gridiron that's played in America, they have an offensive team, a set place team, and a specials team they're called, and an offensive team. So I think it's just the coach knowing his players. believing that whatever squad he has on at the time played probably more together. Probably a bit more understanding. We see number 12 here lines up for a shot. It's a great ball. Oh! It is beautifully moved and just lucky that finished product, aren't they, Joey?
Definitely. Kazakhstan, very good ball movement, very good player movement to draw the player away. Just that final quality to put the ball in the net.
Yeah, definitely. Kazakhstan would be disappointed with that one. Just a bit of application. It is tough when the ball and this game is built at speed. You kind of just have to slow it down in that situation. Just go back to your basics, get your head over the ball, just put it in the net. As we see Kazakhstan trying to spread the Spanish defence. I think and we see a rotation here from their number 17. Oh, it's an underway to pass. Oh, well pressed.
A few changes here.
And Spain, once again, using their defence. Kazakhstan have lost 30 metres on the Spanish defence, so we see a ball forward. It's a great ball forward, knows where his player is. A little bit of a shove in the back there for your troubles. See time and space on the ball. Once again, Spain happy to sit in their own half. Great check and a nutmeg. And he's... Oh, and another nutmeg. I'd like to see, just in that situation... As we see number 2 here, he does have very quick feet.
He has a man coming up.
I'd just like to see in that situation, unfortunately we don't have a replay. For any juniors looking out there was a flanker sitting about right next to his pivot. If the flanker got nice and high, he would have been a first touch and away from pressure, and he was on goal. So maybe the work rate offensively might hurt Kazakhstan. See the ball here with Kazakhstan.
We see a couple of changes for Spain. Number 10 back on, playing a bit of a higher role now, sitting a bit higher up. Maybe he's going to look to hold that ball up and get past this man, get a couple more shots on target. They haven't really tested a Kazakhstan goalkeeper yet. He's made 1 or 2 really good saves. Definitely a quality game here we have, definitely. And that's what we want to see in finals.
Oh, definitely. Finals time separates definitely the quality of the teams, and
as we see the number 10 here, he likes to take his man on, even in his own half.
And it's a great defensive slide tackle. And it's a great ball.
Good to see the first goal.
That's the first goal there by Kazakhstan, and we see a little celebration in the corner. What does that do to this game?
It's a great goal. That's a great goal.
It's a great goal.
I think it does change the dynamic a lot. Spain cannot sit back as much. I think they still will for the rest of this half. I think they just will not want to concede one more goal this half. I think they'll be happy to not score and just not concede this half. As we know, they are good at the end of a game. Against Brazil, they scored 2 near the end to win it.
And just quietly, that goal come from that great sliding challenge. Absolutely great sliding challenge to win the ball and carry the ball forward. See a nice double team there from Kazakhstan, working hard in defence. Kazakhstan really do not want to concede here after scoring. And then we have a break. Kazakhstan transition, very good transition.
That's a bad ball.
Where is his left foot? Great block by the number 10.
Where was his left foot? It's a great check there.
Great feed by the 12. Great goal. Oh my goodness. The 6 has just ricocheted off his own post.
It's very entertaining futsal.
We have the Spanish 10 on the ball. Very good feet. Good hold-up play. Kazakhstan sitting a bit deeper here.
Yeah, I think Spain enjoying some possession. Maybe Kazakhstan won't press as high anymore. They've got the lead. What are your thoughts? Maybe they won't press as high. I said.
I think the 5th foul's definitely come into their brain. If I was Spaniards, as we see, the first 4 fouls they were in the face of the Spaniards, but now they're relieving pressure. There's only 6 minutes for them to survive without another foul. Obviously, another foul means a 10-metre penalty for the Spaniards. So if I was Spain here, I'd be looking to draw fouls more than.
I haven't seen them really trying to draw any fouls.
I would love to see Spain try and draw some fouls here.
Now we see Kazakhstan getting a high press. Very composed play from the 10 on the ball. Back to the keeper. It's good to see a big crowd in the grandstands too, guys.
Yes, the crowd numbers have been absolutely brilliant throughout this whole tournament. Packed stadiums. We're in a little stadium here, but it's been absolutely packed for every game. The crowd's very vocal in this game, which is making it a lot more entertaining being here in the ground. For anyone that can hear the crowd through our sound effects mic on the ground. They are getting very vocal.
See Kazakhstan enjoying a bit of possession themselves, still moving the ball well. See Spain, bit of a high press now, really need to chase the game. Good change of pace here by the 23. Great ball down the line. Unlucky
Boys,
there.
what do you think about the red strip with the long blue skins?
It's a weird style, isn't it, Reece?
Isn't it?
Oh, it's definitely. I know. Back in Australia, we have to wear any underclothing that we use for either warmth or compression for our muscles. Has to be the same as your majority colour. So red.
Another great ball by the Spanish goalkeeper.
This Spanish goalkeeper has some great range. He has overhit a couple, but the fact that his vision is actually past that first line makes it very encouraging for the target as well.
Absolutely. And how much does that benefit the team when having a goalkeeper with good feet?
It's all about trust, isn't it? If you trust your outdoor players, why not trust your goalkeeper as your fifth man? It also allows, with your goalkeeper confident on the ball, it also allows, very well defended there by the young Spanish lad, it also allows your team to set up higher and get on the attack quicker if your goalkeeper's comfortable at his feet. Obviously, they're only allowed to hold the ball for 4 seconds. They have to get off the ball, but definitely changes everything, and it's like defending a fifth man.
Look, I think it's been about 6 minutes now, 5, that they haven't even looked like Spain haven't even looked like drawing a foul.
Yeah.
That's strange. I thought they'd be falling over a little bit.
Yeah, and for any youngsters actually watching this game, or to see a run not tracked, Spain were very lucky, and we see very great strength on the ball there. But going back to my point, you'd be looking at what numbers also have yellow cards. The refs are obviously very late. See some good target play. That's a bad foul, and as we see the player down the wall, it's another yellow card there.
It's run straight off the field.
Look, I'm going to say it was a brutal foul, and probably.
And it was very deliberate.
It was a deliberate foul, but it was a smart foul. He lost the ball and he had troops committed forward. So unfortunately, hopefully for this player, he gets up and yes, he looks quite fine. So he'll walk that off, and a nice sportsman handshake there.
It's always good to see a bit of sportsmanship.
Playing at the highest level, sportsmanship is something that can go missing sometimes. But it's good to see here the game played in the best spirit. It's for the crowd, really. Futsal's going to be the real winner at the end of the day.
As we see Kazakhstan giving the ball away, Spain come forward, the number 10. Likes to square up with his man. Look, as long as you don't dive in, I think you can hold him. Kazakhstan did very well there in defence.
Very good defence by the Kazakhstan.
Spain here keep the ball though. Could see a set piece. A few nodding from the Spanish players.
Just going back to my point, gentlemen, in the commentary box. We're talking about the fouls. Spain have had a good 5 to 6 minutes now on that fifth foul, and there is a couple of Kazakhstan players on yellow cards. As a player, would you be aiming for those players, if not aiming for fouls, dribbling at pace, trying to get them to commit and run past them, and hopefully they bring you down for that 10-metre penalty?
I would definitely be looking for that, especially the boy on the ball now, the number 10. He is quite good with his feet. All he has to do is kick past and just get clipped, and it's a 10-metre penalty.
Oh, it's
not a good ball. It's a great tackle.
He's very harshly done by there.
I'm not sure how that is.
As we see a slide tackle defensively, and we see another timeout here.
I'm unsure as to why that was a free kick.
I'm very unsure. We spoke about
just not consistent.
We spoke about consistency. We saw actually Kazakhstan's goal come from a slide tackle from actually behind, and that one was just not even a slide. It was a flop to the ground. So Spain could be felt very harsh done by there.
Yeah, I know personal experience. I've done a few slide tackles this tournament. Half of them have been fine, half of them have been picked up as a foul. So I think it just depends on the referee in this tournament. It's not consistent, it's not great, but just got to go with the refs you got on the day.
Kazakhstan very good on the ball, good hold-up play, good rotations.
Oh, here he is.
There we go. There's our
finally
sixth foul.
drawn the foul.
He's done very well there, the number 14 from Spain, getting the player to commit.
If we actually look at the boy taking this, he was actually scored the winner against Brazil from a 10-metre penalty. So we know we can put him. Last one went, I believe, bottom left.
Bottom left, I think it was, Alex. I think this will definitely get Spain back in the game. 3 minutes to go. The crowd is absolutely on their feet here.
As we set up here. The number 6.
I think,
he is
I
a
think
good
the crowd
player.
will erupt if number 6 can put this
It's a
in the
long
net.
run up.
What can he do?
He's
Oh, and he's
started.
blasted it.
Well, look,
he's
boys, they still
blasted
have
it.
another 3 minutes to get another one.
That's it. I think the Spanish boys need to really hold that ball up high and kind of draw a foul.
I think the long ball from the keeper is more vital now than ever.
I just want to touch on the 3 minutes. Now that is not a normal. It is 60 seconds and or 180 seconds for the 3 minutes. But with the stop clock in futsal, that 3 minutes can stretch out to 5 or 6. It depends on stoppages. Every break in play, you'll see no one rushing back, as it is different to AFA rules what we play in Australia, where you do have only 4 seconds to get the ball. So the stop clock.
I like the stop clock.
And we see another mistake there on the Spanish. They work so hard for the ball and they just do silly rookie mistakes, something that 10-year-olds or 11-year-olds would maybe do.
Agree.
We can see the Kazakhstan people having a bit of a chat between themselves. We can see another rotation here.
See Kazakhstan here. It's a bad ball. See what Spain can do. Oh, he wanted the foul there. Definitely wanted the foul.
Very smart decision from the 11
But
to
it was,
pull out.
very good defense by the Kazakhstan number 11 there.
As we see, high press again from Kazakhstan.
Hands are going up by the Kazakhstan players. They don't want to put any hands on the
The
players.
coach has made it very aware they are on 5 fouls and they do not want to concede.
Just touching on mental stability in high pressure. It's a great shot there. The number 6, obviously that was going to be a key goal should they have converted that. He's blasted off the field. Will he? How important is it just to wipe that off your face and just go, yep, no worries, that's life. I'm going to try and do something, but you can't. It's so important to not try too hard to get back into the game.
Agreed, Reece. It's very important to kind of get your mentality back in the game. As you see, Kazakhstan break.
It's a great slide tackle.
Spain
come
away.
forward.
Can they transition? Great feet.
It's a great
challenge by
tackle.
7.
Oh.
Great challenge again.
Oh, they come
And we
forward
see
now.
Kazakhstan transition in the 2v1. Script.
That's great goalkeeping there, isn't it? It's
Great
really great
goalkeeping.
goalkeeping.
Just going back to the
Spain come
Reece,
forward
mate.
now.
We've been
Great
cut off
ball
again.
over.
It's great
Gonna take him
transition
one-on-one.
play. Number
They want the foul. They want the foul.
Good feet by the young lad. Spanish boys moving the ball well. Good hold-up play.
Just under 2 minutes remaining.
Reece, just going back on your point about mentally preparing after missing that 10-metre penalty. As we can see, the substitutes on the bench and the coach straight into the 6s here. Come on, keep your head up. And that's what you want to see. As we see Kazakhstan breaking the 12. You should have just pulled the trigger there, Alex.
I think so. I think across the keeper, back across from the way he was running. A Reece Cooper special.
Yeah, well, I mean, once you take that, I believe that final touch in that third, and do take it back and across the keeper, it commits them one way, and they leave a big gap more often than not. So we see the number 10 absolutely rip there. Number 12. We see maybe
see a
pull
foul,
and it's
another
another
10
6 foul.
Now, boys,
and the Kazakhstan player not happy with it. I don't think he understands the shirt pull back here rather than the. And we don't see a yellow card there, Alex. That is a professional foul.
Yeah, no, definitely. But boys, we will see another 10-metre penalty here. Now, boys, how vital is it about the keeper here? Obviously, the keeper can come out as far as he wants in that circle. And how vital is it that a keeper runs out just before the ball is taken? As we see the number 6 set up again.
I like to see this. I like to see this.
You'll really want this second one here.
I do like to see this. This is very good confidence. Get back into that.
Absolutely. We see a very long run up here from the 6.
He does. I like the long.
How good would it be if he scored now to get his confidence back up?
Oh, mate, this not only does this.
It's going to ruin his confidence if he misses.
With a minute 20 in the first half, they get this goal. If they can sit in for the minute 20, they go into the half time. It's nice and even, cool down, relax. It is a high tempo game. Back to your point, Al, about the goalkeeper coming out. Obviously, the closer the goalkeeper gets to the ball, the smaller the goals get due to angles. So the goalkeeper's going to try and make himself as big as he can. I think composure in these 10-metre penalties is key. Try and make the keeper commit before you actually commit to your shot. So we see the run up, and you see him running out, and it's It's a great penalty. And we see the Spaniards get around him. That is brilliant for team morale. Brilliant for team morale. You see the Spanish team, maybe why they've been a little bit of a dark horse this tournament. Their team morale and their team unity maybe is something. If we see the captain there get right in their face.
Spain call a timeout now. It's a great game, boys. Great game.
If you have a chance wherever you are in the world, zoom into this, log into our live stream, and this is just brilliant. While I've got him, I've just got Sam Lowry here from the Brisbane Strikers. Brisbane Strikers. Atletico Brisbane. From the Atletico Brisbane. Sam, obviously World Cup next week. How you feeling?
Yeah, good mate. It was. I feel like this was a good warm up for the youth, especially playing men now. I feel like it'll be good to go back and play my age.
Oh, definitely. You're going to be better for it. Obviously, the World Cup coaches would have been monitoring your workload, and obviously Georgie Suka's going to be careful with you as you are representing Australia next week. What are your thoughts on the competition? How did you find it?
This competition? Yeah, it was good. It was a very, very high standard, I believe. Kazakhstan is a very quality team, very drilled. Obviously, we didn't get to play Spain, but they also look like a very, very good team. So it was a very, very good match.
Oh, no worries. Thank you, Sam, and good luck next week. That was
come back from timeout now.
Sorry, guys. I was thinking of the Brisbane outdoor football team. It's actually Atletico Brisbane. The team Georgie Suka's built there. Joey and Alex, you can agree with me. He's really done really well, and I think the kids have responded to him, or not kid. The young men have responded to his coaching philosophy, and they really are a powerhouse in Australian futsal at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. As a team that a couple of years ago were coming 5th, 6th, 7th in Australia, to now making the grand final in the last national tournament. Unlucky to go down. I think they deserve probably to win it.
Boys, just quickly, with that timeout, with 1 minute to go on the clock, what do you think was said at timeout?
I think just don't concede.
I think it's I think both coaches, now that the pendulum has swung back probably more even, it's definitely don't concede. You get out unscathed. The drinks. I mean, if you can grab a goal, it's great. Heading into half time, you're down. The team will be down, but it's definitely got to be do not concede. So we'll see. We see Spain still get nice and high.
You know what I'm keen for? I'm keen for the second half where Kazakhstan can do their full press again, where they have all their fouls back and they can press hard again. I think Spain won't cope very well with Kazakhstan's high press.
I was impressed with Kazakhstan's high press, but they just got to be very careful that they don't give away 3 fouls again in the first 3 minutes. I would see maybe a bit too far. He's done really well. They're the Spanish number 9, and Kazakhstan really do surround the ball, don't they?
Spain just set up again.
You see 20 seconds left on the clock, and nice. Perfectly weighted.
Ball.
And a nutmeg. Will Kazakhstan try and score in the last 14
seconds? 10 seconds left. I think they will. I think you'll see a shot.
Kazakhstan's going to try and push the ball.
How good will it be? 6 seconds now. See Kazakhstan move and a bad touch. Spain will be very, very, very
happy. Could see a long ball here, Reece.
Oh, mate, I'll just give it to my keeper and just wind down the clock.
I think
so. He's demanding the ball, as you can see. There we go. He's a very good leader from the back, and that's honestly, that is one of the best first halves of this whole competition. Kazakhstan have turned up to play. Spain obviously playing in front of their home crowd. Absolutely packed stadium here.
Absolutely packed.
Packed. They're putting on a show and proving that, while ever you can be decent in attack, the defensive shape is very, very important, as we see the goalkeeper running over to bit of a drink and high five to his fans.
So
we'll join you back here for the second half. As we wait here for kickoff.
What's it say? What's it say?
We see the second half about to kick off here. There was something. We're waiting for a tying of the shoe. I don't know what they were doing in that 5 minutes, but I don't know what they were doing in that 5 minutes in the sheds. But tying my shoes would be making sure my equipment is on. Would be one of those things that get done in the first 10 seconds, Joe.
Absolutely, Reece.
Well, no shin pads, shoes untied.
Mental preparedness. Just want to go back on the crowd. Is absolutely packed here. There is not one seat to spare. See Kazakhstan enjoying some early possession. 17 on the ball. Some nice rotations, moving the ball side to side. Nice little interplay here. Kazakhstan really moving the ball well in the opening stages.
But we see Spain.
See 12. Great feed
well
by the 12.
They're very
Opens up for a shot.
Spain is sitting very deep.
Just going back on the 12 for Kazakhstan. For me, he's the key player. Great feet, great target, great strength. He has everything.
You mentioned him being target then, Joey. Look how deep he is. Is he someone that's maybe defensively strong as well?
Absolutely, Reece. Definitely defensively strong, as we've seen.
As we see Spain here, the number 14, he's very left-footed and well defended by Kazakhstan, you got to say. As
He is very left-footed, isn't he?
A bit like Leo Messi. He reminds me a bit like Leo Messi.
He looks a bit like Arda Turan.
Oh, there's a bit of a rush pass there, and we see Kazakhstan run the
on the
ball.
break, and that's a foul, surely.
And then he's all in his back, and they've pulled it up. It's going to be an advantage and a foul, I believe. So a 2 fouls straight up in one hit for Spain there, or against Spain.
I don't know what the number 9 for Spain's complaining about. I definitely think that was a foul. Clear push in the back.
Do you think Kazakhstan will do a corner set piece on this?
Well, they're only getting a corner.
There you go. It was only a corner.
I think it's just a roll-on foul. Oh, no, free kick.
Free kick, definitely. Seems to be a lot of confusion going on here.
I'm getting the on ground. It was indeed a foul and a rolling foul.
I think we might see a block here, shot from distance.
Oh! Jeez, he
believe
does
I
have
was,
a
spot
thunderous
on.
shot, that number 12.
Well picked up there, Alex Serapis.
Thank you, Reece.
As we see the Spanish 14 taking the ball forward.
Good little ball there.
Just while we Spain have the ball in a rather harmless situation, I just want to touch on the development pathways for around the world, especially in Australia, here in Australia. So we're going to be a bit biased, as we get told from our boss, do not be biased. But shout out to any Goal Brazil people that are watching this game. Obviously they're our junior pathway, so they start at 8s, 9s, 10s, all the way up until youth men, and then they come into the senior squad, the Newcastle Titans. So shout out to Goal Brazil. It is we are growing the game in Australia as futsal, and hopefully one day we'll be as good as the Kazakhstans or the Brazils or the Spaniards. So encouraging times with not only Newcastle having the Goal Brazil, but all around Australia. They also get invited to tours such as Spain. See a drop shot, and it's a great shot and a great save again by the Spaniard goalkeeper. I'd also like to you mentioned a lot of teams are missing players. We're missing Harkin Carnley, Matthew Hull. So shout out to you boys, as well as our team photographer, team media guy, D Carnley. So hello guys from here.
Hello, Dorksy.
Another set piece move here by Kazakhstan.
Something you don't see very often is a header in futsal.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Reece.
you usually see headers from a long goalkeeper throwing a flick on, not really across from the side, and then a powered full header. Would be exciting to see, definitely, in a low-scoring game.
Great composure there from the 14. Good rotation. 11 punches the ball in the corner.
See Spain move forward. Oh, just not strong enough.
Good
there,
change of pace here by the Kazakhstan 11.
Oh, it's a great ball.
Surely that's taken a touch. It has. Good eyes from the referee.
Spain under the pump here, boys.
Definitely. I kind of feel like Spain's inviting pressure, guys.
Yeah, I think that's always been their game plan. So
I think you're correct there, Joey, and it's obviously a thing they trust, a structure they trust, and they're very impressive. As Kazakhstan are, they're a very impressive team. As we see here, it's going to be a little touch. Oh, they've sold the dummy. It's another great. Oh, they're the ones that, even though they don't generate the most power, the ones that are a little bit miskicked seem to throw goalkeepers off and have it. Oh, as we see, very. I'm not going to say you got lucky there, but hard in mouth moment definitely. If that ball's under, I see a little buddy. Oh, nothing. I think he might have gone down a bit light. We see a slide in.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Another slide being pulled up, Alex.
It's shirt pull.
Oh, okay.
Shirt pull.
Thank you for correcting me.
No worries.
I feel a bit of heat coming into this game. Obviously, a bit of pride's on the line. You don't, even though we are at the Club World Cup, everyone's representing their own country, so a bit of pride on the line.
Yet again, earlier in the second half, seeing Kazakhstan enjoying some nice possession. We'll see Spain pushing a bit high here. Kazakhstan, very good ball movement, very good play movement, opening up that space, shifting ball side to side and punching it into that target.
Joseph Harris.
Very good rotation, isn't it?
Obviously, Spain. Oh, it's very well defended, isn't it? It's the dedication to get back behind the boys, see a ball down the line.
As you see, both teams working their strengths. Here we go, Spain come forward.
Oh, it's a great save. Let me see. Oh, it's
failed. I'll play for. Play on.
I'm going to have to say. Oh,
get a card for
it's going to be. It's going to be. Is that a second yellow for the young lad? Number 9 got fouled in the first half. Oh, we also see a bit of a second yellow card as well. So very yellow happy here, the Spaniards referee, as long as they're keeping track of who they've given it to.
I picked that at the beginning of the game. You know, when the first 2 cards were given in the first 2 minutes. At least they're consistent.
Just going back onto a question I was going to ask before that little scuffle.
Little blue.
Joseph and Alex, I'll come to you first. If you're a kid watching this game, or if you're watching with a young futsal player coming through the ranks, what would you tell them about one thing to watch in particular with for their own development? It's a great goal.
Kazakhstan.
We see the ball lifted over the foot there. You'd probably back the Spaniard keeper to maybe save that, but it was hit with venom from the toe and a little bit of a top spin. And I think that put him on. Topo's been very effective in the. This game has just been turned on its head with that goal.
Yeah, look, on what you were saying, Reece, as Spain come forward now. Well done. I think there's one big thing to pick from both teams. I think obviously the Spanish team, their defence is quite well. Obviously they've conceded 2 goals in this game, but their defence is very, very well drilled. They sit deep, but they work really hard. And on the Kazakhstan side, obviously their rotation is incredible. Their organisation on attack, their rotation, almost like robots out there, the way they do it. So I think they're the 2 main things to watch in this game, other than the quick footwork obviously shown by both teams.
Yeah, Joey, I'll ask you, if you're a young kid, a young futsal player coming through the ranks, wanting to develop your game and watching this high quality team, what would be one thing you would look for, or you'd tell a futsal player coming through the ranks to look at in this game?
Definitely one of the things to look for is the confidence and ball security of nearly every player on the field. Very confident in their own ability, very willing to play out from the back. Another thing to look out for me is defensive shape, forcing the player into the sideline or the way you want him to go, and also player movement. Check in, check out, trying to open up space. There's a lot of things to really look forward to.
Kazakhstan on the corner here. Could see another set move. Haven't scored off one yet, either team, any set moves. They have tried pretty much every single time. Be good to see one come off. Kazakhstan could get ahead here. They could start to pull away.
I think something very, very important, as if I was in the Spain team, is not let Kazakhstan get on top of you. Yes, they are 1 goal above you. We see a left foot shot here, very well blocked.
Spain have to break quickly here.
As we see, goals flow very quickly in futsal. Being one down definitely isn't panic stations for any team whatsoever. Obviously, when that gap gets to 3, 4, 5, 6, it does become a bit stressful. But we saw in the Brisbane game versus Ecuador in the group stages that even a 5-0 deficit is something not to worry about, as Brisbane were able to come back from that deficit. And we see a great win there by the Spanish. Oh, and he's done well. Just want to comment on the willingness of the Kazakhstan to get 2-on-1s. Very well. Then we see the assistant ref there get a bit of an Aussie slang word of a falcon.
It's always good to get a touch on the ball.
Yeah, it's always good to get a touch on the game ball.
Good humour here in the commentary box. Good bands.
Good bands.
We see the number 2. Oh, he does have some
on the break here.
It's very slimy.
It's good footwork shown.
Look, I'm going to actually say that he's done very well. He's done very well to win the ball back, but Spain had a 3-on-1 there if he was able to not slow the play down, and we see a ball. He's very well done. We see the number 10, the silky feet that he has, and that's from behind. He's very harshly done by there. And we see the bench of the Kazakhstan come up. They might have felt harshly done by, but it is from behind, and it's something that's been picked up all tournament for the referees. And we see the tournament organiser David actually come on and do. You've got to love that when people get involved, isn't it? Not only has he organised and he's helping translate for us non-Spanish speaking countries, but he's willing to get on the broom and do the hard yards, Joe.
Absolutely, it's always good to see the community getting amongst and doing their piece. Love to see the mop come out when it can.
What do you think here, boys?
I think Spain will just keep the ball here.
I think just on a free kick, you have to get a proper shot away. That was slow. I'm not sure if that was a set move or they just were just gonna just pass it around.
5.5 minutes gone in the second half. Kazakhstan leading the Spanish 2-1. Guys, when do you think the Spanish tactics will change if the scoreline does stay the same?
I'm going to say probably. Are you talking about a tactic as in fifth man, or maybe they might? I mean, we only see one keeper, so I wonder who the fifth man will be if he comes on. Joey, it's a great point you bring up. Obviously, the coaches have to be reactive in this environment. It's a high quality tournament, but they're also proactive in a sense that the Spaniards would have practiced for every situation. They're obviously a team that's played together, so they'd have a trick up their sleeve, if not 4, 5, or 6.
Look, I think with fifth man with the Spanish team, I don't think they bring a player on.
We see the ball go. He's done very. We see a shot. What's he going to slide tackle? I'd like to get some clarification on this slide.
As Spain set up for a corner here. Yeah, just touching on the fifth man for Spain. I think their keeper would just play their fifth man. I think he would just push high. He's pretty good with his feet.
Let's see a blockage.
1-on-1 here. Kazakhstan sitting very deep. There's a Spanish number 10 squares up his man, moves him around.
Very well.
Doesn't like the give and go, does he? He likes to hold the ball. Oh, could see a finish.
It's a great block by the 17.
Great defense.
It's a great block. Great defense.
See Spanish number 10. Another one who'll square his man up. Blocked again by Kazakhstan. Good
Very
defense.
disciplined defense here by the Kazakhstan lads. Very disciplined.
It's very important for the Spaniards not to get frustrated. Obviously, there's a long time to go. They are one goal down, but frustration will kill them. And I'm very impressed with this number 2. He's holding his own. He does look younger. I'm not sure of his age. However, he's holding his own and he's playing against grown men. This is a men's competition.
I think Kazakhstan. I think Spain will be enjoying this little bit of possession as they give the ball away now.
Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, but that could be the fourth foul. That could be the fourth foul for Spain.
Fourth or fifth? Oh, yellow card for the captain. Yelling. I believe it was. Was it the fourth?
I haven't heard an alarm yet.
We're not quite sure. It's definitely not the fifth. The alarm has not been signalled.
And we see another mop being called. And another staff member that have been awesome this whole tournament. While we've got a little break in play, the beauty of these tournaments when they're bringing teams from different countries is seeing a different brand of every country, how they play their football. Obviously, Kazakhstan are very physical. The Spaniards like to sit in. The Brazil like to attack. They like to show their flair individually. And the Australians, I want to say, have held their own. The 2 Australian teams, Newcastle Titans and Atletico Brisbane, in playing a different brand that maybe countries aren't used to. We like to get in the faces of our opponents, and we also like to pull the trigger. It's something that the other countries, this is not criticism at all, but it's something the other countries maybe have in their back pocket. They can all strike a football or a futsal ball, so to speak, and we see the keeper come out. He's done very well and very composed. How composed is that, Alex?
He's great. He's a great player. Yeah, on that race, obviously the Australians, they do like a long shot. I think Brazil, one of the only other teams here that do like a long shot as well. Their footwork's good enough anyway to almost run the ball in, but they do occasionally do the long shot more than any other team I've seen here.
We see Spain here. Spain have had the majority of the ball this half. Something that they're probably not used to. Maybe that was something about the attack. We see he's done well to win the ball back, and I'd probably be trying to force back. As we see another slide tackle. It's a great slide tackle. Once again, he's going to ground. It's not a foul. In the first half, he did the exact same thing, got pulled up for it. So, if you're watching, guys, I'm still not allowed if you're allowed to slide or not.
As I see another great sliding challenge there, Kazakhstan 12 on the ball. He's a shot. Very unlucky that 11 did not make that run into the back stick. Kazakhstan could have been 3-1 up.
It's not a great throw, is it?
Here we have Kazakhstan break.
Come forward.
Very unlucky. As we see the game start to open up a bit now.
Yeah, no, definitely.
8 minutes into the second half.
Look, it happened in the first half. As soon as Spain go down, they start to attack more. They don't sit as deep.
Ooh. Kazakhstan patient build up.
I think Spain
Bit of
play a
trickery
lot
from the
better when they
17.
don't sit as well.
Very patient build-up.
Very well defended
Here we
again.
go.
We've got a 3 on 2 here. And again.
I'm not quite sure why that's a free kick.
We're gonna have to go to the referees on this. They're very inconsistent with the challenges.
I'm the thing that he only got the ball. He slipped from in
I thought
front.
that was a fair challenge.
I couldn't agree more, Alex. Slid from in front. Obviously went down early, but absolutely all ball. And I think for our next game we're going to have to get a clarification on the slide tackles because
I'd
this has
like to
been
know
very
the,
different.
the
It's
actual-
very well grabbed by the goalkeeper. We've seen early release here.
In the rule book.
Yes, because I know in Australia we're not allowed to slide, regardless of where you are, whether it's behind or in front. You are not allowed to slide or go to ground in our home competitions. So whether it's a Spanish rule, but I would like some clarification. As you see, Kazakhstan set up in a bit of a 2-2 defence. Nice little. You'll see a box in their defending half. And I like the positioning of our number 2. It only takes one touch, and he's past there to player. So. As he puts the ball forward, he turns, got time and space, and handball. If the hands were away from the body, that could have been a handball, but no, they were tucked in. So very well defended again by Kazakhstan.
I think it's a good call by the ref. It's a slide tackle.
That was a foul.
Yeah.
Definitely racist.
Definitely a
That
foul.
definitely was a foul.
Definitely went through his landing foot there.
No questions about that. Clear foul. But the one before, I don't think so.
Oh, no, I agree there, Joey.
For everyone watching this live stream, obviously it's a great quality game. But if you could give us some comments or some likes on the, if you give us some comments or likes on the commentary, we are amateurs, but it is something that we might go into post our futsal career. And as long as futsal keeps getting followed, we're more than happy to sit up here and enjoy watching the game and getting our thoughts on the game as well. See another broom come on here. I'd also like to commend. We've commended the media. We've commended everything. The staff have been nothing but nice to the players here. They've been caught on a lot of music, a lot of Australian music actually.
Yeah, that's been
walking out to
bit
for
of
the players, and
AC/DC.
it makes you feel like home when you play. So, shout out to David, the one that organised it, EFA. It's been a great tournament, and we're still got 2 days left really. So we've got another game here. Colorado from Brazil taking obviously. Oh, he's very well defended there. The keeper knew exactly where his player was, exactly where his post was. Just let it go for a goal kick.
I think it's a very hard angle to score a free kick from, Reece.
Alex, I agree, but I mean, they've tried it before. If they're not hitting the target, if you don't buy a ticket in the raffle, how are you going to win a prize?
Yeah, look, that's true.
As you see,
As you see, Spain pressing a lot higher.
Oh, it's a great first touch. The worst thing to do is Spain. It's very well defended, isn't it? And he's done well there.
They have to go quick.
I'd like an update on the foul count, as I believe it's 3.
Here we go.
We see a 1-on-1.
Number 5
The keeper
for
comes out,
Kazakhstan.
slows that down. It's a great save by the goalkeeper. Didn't rush too far. Didn't leave a gap between his legs, and made himself big. He's one of the smaller goalkeepers in this competition, but by God, he covers that goals.
Great point there, Reece. We can see another set piece here from Kazakhstan.
Ooh.
Was a potential handball. Creeping up to the halfway mark here in the second half. Kazakhstan number 10 on the ball. Trying to open up some space. Shifts the ball out to the 5.
Another slide tackle.
We see another slide tackle
Still
from
not
the
sure about
14.
the rules. Well, to me, it's a good slide tackle, but that's been pulled up about 3 or 4, 5, 6 times this game. So
Absolutely. Number 14 does look like he loves the slide challenge,
I need
Alex.
that rule book.
We might have to talk to our boss about getting that rule book.
See now a bit more of a higher press here from the Spanish lads.
Yeah, I think that it's going to make the game more exciting. This high press by Spain. They obviously need a goal.
Kazakhstan still looking to play out. It's good to see that. It's always good to see teams playing out from high pressure.
It's an effective ball. It's a very effective ball. We see number 10.
Can we see a long shot here? Oh, it's an average touch. Can he work it now? 1-on-1, number 10.
It's a great ball.
Switch of play, another average touch.
Oh, thought he was going to pull the trigger there.
I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a surprise. It'd be something just going on the behaviour of both teams. Then we see someone dive in. I don't think it was as brutal as what he's making it out, but he did get him, and it's a yellow card for number 4.
Watch him get straight back up here.
Will he get straight back up? We hope he does.
There he is. There he is.
He'll walk.
I'm sure he'll walk that one off.
A little bit of play acting there, boys. Do you reckon he went to acting school maybe, or acting school?
Something along those lines, Alex. I think that puts the Kazakhstan on 4 fouls.
4 fouls. I think it's 4 fouls each, Joe. We are waiting for the alarm to sound, but it is 4 fouls each.
Yet again, still relatively early in the second half. 9 minutes, 24 seconds to play. Spain have a free kick. Number 10 on the ball.
Plenty of time for Spain to get back into it here. You see, not the greatest ball there, bouncing ball to him. But it's not a good touch again.
14 holds the ball up.
Just getting your insight, Joe, as a semi-professional futsal player here, how important is it for kids coming through the ranks to really work on their first touch? And we see it all go to ground, and number 10's a great player, but how important is your first touch in all aspects of the court, in all areas of the court, and not only in futsal but outdoor football as well?
Great point, Reece. It's absolutely crucial to have a really good first touch. You know, for myself, like you said before, in the Gold Brazil Academies, I coach the 9s, 10s, and 11s, and I can't stress enough: foot on ball, foot on ball, foot on ball, foot on ball, move the ball side to side, foot on ball, let you open up space, can shift the ball, foot on ball, foot on
Foot
ball,
on the
foot on
ball.
ball, Reece.
None of this side foot on the
Foot
ball.
on ball. And playing futsal,
Spain come forward now.
could be potential
Throw on
counter.
Number 14 on the ball. He's got very good foot. A little block there by number 10. That's quality stuff. Or will they pull the trigger though?
I'll probably personally pull the trigger there, Alex. You only need to gap the size of the ball to pull it through. So
Little toe poke. They are lacking in shooting.
Just going back to the futsal and football comparison, a lot of outdoor coaches back in Australia, futsal is frowned upon because it's
Look, I'm not sure
potential
why.
injuries, hard knees, hard ankles. But I think it's a great aspect to bring into the outdoor game. Close ball skills, good touch, good vision. Your thoughts, Reece?
And we see a volley here. It's a great volley on target. Mate, couldn't agree more, Joe. It is a great sport, and it is something that is developing players. Look, if for any unlucky enough to be streaming this, not only this game but any games on YouTube and that, you can see the benefits of futsal. We know Andrew Nabu from the Newcastle Jets and his team in China. He used to play futsal in Victoria.
Full work here by the number 10.
And not only are the players endorsing it and the coaches starting to learn how beneficial it is, but when one of the best clubs in the world, FC Barcelona, have their own futsal team, they're obviously endorsing the sport as well. So couldn't comment more on. Have we seen number 10 here pull the trigger? Oh, he was open back stick, and we got a break on. It'll be interesting.
On the break.
It'll be see how we go. Oh, it's a great touch. Oh, very well defended by Spain. You got to commend that defence.
I think Kazakhstan on the break there. I'm not sure what number it was, but he picked the wrong option. He should have went to his left.
Yes, there was a few very, very good runs there. He tries to find the target and.
But again,
didn't take a deflection
by Spain. Great defence by Spain.
As I see another sub, see a double sub here from Spain.
Going to see a lot more attack here from Spain. Let's see how Kazakhstan defend it.
7.5
They are
minutes.
still up in their face though, Kazakhstan.
7.5 minutes left. They got a foul to play with. I'll definitely be take. And we'll see. Oh, you'd probably. I know we don't commend diving, but Alex. But this could be 2 fouls here. So
Yeah, could be.
this could be 2 fouls and a
that's
rolling
the 5
foul,
fouls
and that's
there
the
as well.
5 foul
That is
alarm.
the 5th foul for Kazakhstan.
Just going back on when you are on 4 fouls and you're getting close to that alarm for the 5th foul, should you be looking to go down and drawing a foul?
Look, I think drawing a foul definitely is the right move. I wouldn't say diving. I think, Whoa, oh. So we look here and
Bit of confusion going on here.
they haven't given the alarm on the 5th foul. Kazakhstan haven't been notified that they were on 5 fouls.
The referee is signalling for a rolling
But they're
foul.
still going to get the 10-metre penalty.
I'm going to pull you up there, Alex. I can confirm with my the 4th referee is in my ear at the moment. It was a rolling foul for the first one, and then that 6th foul for the second one. So very well drawn by the number 10, you could say. But once again, he's obviously their specialist penalty taker. It'll be interesting to see. 7.5 minutes to go. The Spanish crowd are absolutely up on their feet. He's got one. He's missed one. I'd say that this one is going in.
I think he'll go for bottom right. I think the keeper will save it.
Ooh, go for bottom right. The keeper will say the keeper gets nice and low and. He's done very, very, very well by them.
He's gone bottom left, and the keeper has not saved it.
I tell you what, That is absolute class
Yeah.
there from the Spanish. He's definitely forgotten about his early
Kazakhstan
years.
supporters behind us,
We
not
see-
happy with the
we see-
goal being scored. A few worried faces.
I think this game's just going to go up to 7th gear.
I'm excited to see what unfolds here.
There's been a couple of boos in the crowd there, Reese, before.
Kazakhstan supporters behind us are not
Kazakhstan
happy.
do have several supporters here, and they were baffled to see how 2 fouls were given away within 5 seconds.
I think it's fair.
Oh, it's definitely fair.
Everyone was confused as to 5 fouls, but
It's confusing, but
the rolling foul was included in the 6, which is fair enough. As we see some Kazakhstan fans still blowing up Reese.
Yes, and we see, it's a good, well defended by number 6. Not only is he scoring goals for the team, but he's defending them, helping his keeper out. Just clarification, Joe, that when you do get a rolling foul, even though it is advantage played, they do come back and do the arm movement, meaning that it is going to be a foul accumulated. So hopefully the Kazakhstan fans get their own rule books, and we see a back stick run, and and it's an own goal. You wouldn't read about it, an own goal. Just touching back on it. Spain shouldn't let that hit them too hard because they are on 6 fouls.
Absolutely, and we see the crowd
draw the foul.
absolutely erupt here in Laurent Demar. Absolutely erupt. It's good to see. Love a bit of passion.
Some of the Brisbane boys behind us are supporting Kazakhstan as well.
I also think so.
They must like this style of futsal.
Here we go. Spain is straight away. Unbelievable.
Oh no, unlucky there, very unlucky.
It's end-to-end stuff here. How good is this, guys?
Oh, you can't go
stuff.
wrong. You cannot go wrong. And we've got the best seat in the house, Joseph.
Absolutely, Reese.
That's a fantastic touch there.
Look at that composure.
Great composure by the goalkeeper.
He'll
Number
be trying
10,
to draw a
very
foul
good on
here,
the ball. This number 10, very good on the ball, very
Quite
composed.
good at it. We have seen him draw plenty of fouls this game. He'll be trying here. Kazakhstan will be very weary not to give away another foul. Especially with the class of the number 6 penalty taking.
It's a
good idea.
Very well done. It's a great. I mean, that's the beauty of a forward run, isn't it? Forward run breaks the line, gives them an option forward. So very well defended, but you got to commend. Stayed nice and narrow for anyone that wants to stats. And we see a nice little 1-2 or a war pass that he's scored.
Goose with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left on the clock. This game's just getting better and better, isn't it?
Oh mate, I don't want it to end. I'm spewing there's only 5 minutes left. It's been a great game. The next game definitely has a lot of standards to live up to. But I'd like to see Spain go more forward and get in the faces of the Kazakhstan. I'd be drawing fouls as a. And we see
go.
that's-
My word.
Oh, that is a game-changing miss.
As we watch quite a bad miss, lads. I just want to touch one more time on. I did predict a 5-2 scoreline, and it could still happen.
That's a good point, Alex. I'll have to go back on my tip on the 2-1. That's well out of the books.
What do we see?
As we see this game starting to get a bit more physical, starting to heat up. Jeez, this is good.
It's better than Lego.
It's better than Lego.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
We see Matt Schmidt, Sam Godbob getting in a weird squat position to watch this game. There are seats in this crowd, but he's choosing to stare. Get nice and close to the action.
I think there's actually no seats left.
I think
That's why the boys have
maybe
gone
they
to
want to
front.
get
It's
in the
just packed.
camera view.
There's no
I'm
seats.
not sure.
We have this Kazakhstan 70 on the ball. As we see Spain, bit of a higher press now, chasing the game at 3-2 down.
I'd be drawing that foul, Joseph. Still, Alex, I'd be drawing that foul. I would be drawing that foul. Wherever it comes from, I'd be running at someone, taking a touch pass, taking a risk.
Great ball. He's rolled in.
Could see a shot come off here, number 10.
You'd probably want that number 6 hitting the door. If I was to choose a player from the 4 that Spain have on the outfield at the moment, it would be number 6 pulling the trigger.
He was the winner for him against Brazil. Oh, get a shot away. Number 10 is going to draw something. They get a corner.
Really looking to shift that ball sideways and get a quick shot in.
Little set move here by Spain, maybe. Look, I think they're getting tired, Spain. They're looking tired out there.
Looking fatigued. You see the enthusiasm of both coaches. Really want to win this game. Really want to progress to the final.
We see a scoop ball here, and again, I'd like to see they hit the target. even though there is 5 minutes left, I would not be worrying at this moment in time if I was Spain. I'd be looking for I'd definitely be looking for an answer to Kazakhstan's defensive shape. But as a young player, I like to refer back to young players because they should be watching and learning the game of futsal. As a young player, definitely don't get too caught up in the moment here. Just stay back to. You are only 1 goal behind. A draw in this means 2 lots of 5 minutes. So 2
lots of 5 minutes, yeah.
2 lots of 5 minutes, and then straight to penalties. It is not golden goal.
It's not golden goal.
It is to penalties. If we see a ball in the corner, they're definitely aiming for that corner to get that player isolated in the corner for a cutback. But
here.
if we see a shot,
Another block. Kazakhstan defending very,
a positive
very
is
well.
he's willing to pull the trigger. So number 10 might back himself as a shot specialist as we see a sub here.
I feel like he is their best player. I think he'll be drawing the fouls, holding most of the ball for Spain, trying to get the through ball, a shot away, or draw a foul. As we see the number 14 come back on the field
great
now,
challenge
and
by the 8,
Kazakhstan
great
will get
challenge.
this. Just under 4 minutes left, Joey.
Just looking closely, that number 8 had a slide challenge on the 14, but I can't help but think that 14 has been slide challenging this whole game.
Yeah, look, he definitely has. Yeah, I know. I definitely agree with you there.
Kazakhstan
Kazakhstan on the
really
ball now.
looking to hold out here. Still shifting the ball well, still keeping relatively composed. As we see in Spain,
Spain pressing higher now.
bit of a higher press. Great ball movement by
Full
Kazakhstan.
man mark we see by Spain. They're chasing their men, staying with them.
Forcing a turnover. Kazakhstan, bit of frustration creeping in.
Yeah,
I'd just
definitely.
like to comment on the it seems to be the manager of the Kazakhstan team. Mate, he's all smiles. He's all smiles. It's a high. How important is it having that cool, calm and collected brain in and around the team on high pressure situations, Joe?
Oh, bit of a nutmeg.
Absolutely. Sorry to cut you off there, Reese. No, yeah, but definitely
Sorry,
going back on that, absolutely. It's definitely good to have that that manager with really good man management skills. So
It's good to have a good morale in the team, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, he should have went
That
down
was a
there,
foul.
boys.
Nice little dink and beyond.
Oh, it's good defense by Kazakhstan.
It's definitely good to have that one player you can go back to really lift the team and really compose the team when we're really stressed out, really high pressure situations.
I'm not, Alex. You can comment on this one. I'm not actually sure about this tactic to get the ball in the corner and try and square it across. I know futsal it is all about that backstick runner, but Kazakhstan team too good of a red unit, a red brick wall to get that ball. So maybe something from a bit more info. See a shot here. Oh, it's an absolute. And we see a timeout in 2 minutes 45 left in this game.
As we see the timeout, I think Spain's. I agree with you there. They're too well drilled, Kazakhstan, to try and work their way around. I think what they need to be looking for is one-on-one runs, especially by the number 10. One-on-one runs, draw a foul. Obviously, they already had a 10-metre penalty this half. They need to be trying to draw another one. That's going to be their best chance of scoring in this game.
Yeah, I'm a bit not disappointed, but it's making me question whether they're looking for that 5th foul. Or they're just staying with that plan. I know, I've said it before. I know as a player, I'd be looking for that 5th foul. Someone maybe take them on, but. Yeah, definitely. With 3-2, 2 minutes for 45 on the clock, I'd love to stay loyal to Spain, but I'd love to stay loyal to Spain, but I just can't see an answer to this unless it's a foul. Will we see a 5th man, lads? We've got 2 minutes 45. Will we see a 5th man? That's
Again for Spain, I think their goalkeeper is their 5th man. He's very good with his feet. If they're going to play 5th man, I think he'll just come higher.
But do you think we'll see it?
I think that they might need to. You know, if they need to score. Here we go, number 10. Draw the foul.
Great feed to 10. Shifts the ball into the corner. We see Sayran! Absolutely rattled off the crossbar there.
Unbelievable shot there by the number 10 from Spain.
I've got a comment on the. I was going to say call it a save in case it was a corner, but the goalkeeper has absolutely missed that as it was a missile into the
Absolute
crossbar.
ripstick of a shot.
As we see, is there a goalkeeper for Kazakhstan? Oh, he's in the back corner. Maybe that's a play out. As you'd hate to turn the ball over here, Alex, wouldn't you? As you see,
Yeah,
got to be. Very well defended there by number 10.
I'm not sure what the number 11 there was whinging about.
I really don't know either, Alex. As we see Spain come forward with the ball. This number 6 is dangerous. He's dangerous. He's a very dangerous man.
He's a very, very dangerous man.
I like Spain. I like them allowing that outlet. I'd like to see them more beat one-on-one. They're willing to hold the ball. There's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes even left on the clock.
Kazakhstan, they're not diving in.
That is something.
They're on that diving in.
They're on that 6th foul. As we see. Oh, it's very happy with his block there, the number 11.
Oh, yeah. It's not whinging anymore.
And the quick restart. I like this tempo Spain are playing. And the back stick. Oh, can they get someone in the middle? Oh, I would.
Defense again by Kazakhstan.
Oh, as we see a stanky leg.
Thought he was going to do his ankle there, maybe.
Yeah, he's very. Oh, as we see into the target. It's laid back. It's a left foot shot. Oh,
it's fantastic goalkeeping.
It's a great save.
Break now.
And we do have the American team down on the sideline. They're saying goal, Alex.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I can't see it from my angle, but I suppose they would have a better angle than me. But you got to go with what the ref says on the day. Give the ball away. Just over a minute left. 1 minute 15 exactly left.
Yet again,
have to see some very high press from Spain now, especially with the Kazakhstan keeper coming to the side. They're playing almost a 5th man.
As we can see, 1 minute, just over 1 minute left on the clock. Kazakhstan supporters are on their feet. I really want their team to progress to the final. Oh, that's a great header.
Fantastic header there by the number 6. Oh, he's going forward.
Spain's in beyond here. It's an absolutely lunging challenge there by the 6. That is very dangerous.
Giving the ball away.
Very dangerous. Joey, I know in the outdoor football,
up comes
that is
the
a red
5th man
card.
race.
That is
up comes the 5th man race.
And when we've seen a minute left, we get him nice and high. He does have good feet, so he's not like having a goalkeeper on the field. It's like having another player. He has great feet. And we see a bit of a delay in Kazakhstan. Oh, could he have taken a touch, Alex Serapis?
I think he could have. The keeper was not even close.
Talk about heat of the moment, and we see a great ball.
It comes across.
And they're just going, and that is a great clearance. And the goalkeeper, I'm not sure if he knows, he has to go back and throw the ball in. Goalkeeper, got to go back and throw the ball in.
Come on, mate.
You can't say he's wasting time, but there's 30 seconds here. This game has been absolutely unreal, and we see him open. He's going to take it. Can we get it back stick?
He wants it, doesn't he?
Oh, look. I'm going to comment. I'm going to comment on the way to pass. It is so important to make that pass nice and underweighted for someone.
Shot, but I don't think his teammates wanted him.
No. It is a bit of a stitch up, as we call it.
15 seconds to go here.
15 seconds. If Spain get a goal, I'm going to jump out of the commentary box, I think. We see they've used the same tactics, Alex, and I just can't see.
They've got to get a shot away, get a penalty or something.
I think that's going to be the nail in the coffin.
I think that's it.
Look, it's been a great game, and both teams can be very proud. But I think Kazakhstan were just too good on the day. We see no one tracking back, to be honest. We have a Kazakhstan player. I mean, all you got to do is press him. It's just 3 seconds.
2.9 seconds now.
Oh, he's getting another yellow card. And they're getting the benches back. Look, this with 3 seconds left, this is a bit unnecessary, isn't it? Just
well, got to play by the laws of the game, I suppose. But yeah, definitely. This ball's just going to go long.
I'd be having a shot if I was Kazakhstan.
This ball's going to go long.
Oh, he's been, and we have a red card. Is that a bit of a dissent? Do you think of Joseph Grzeski?
Yeah, it's just poor discipline, if I might say. You can see him mouthing off at a few people.
We see the crowd getting into it. I just want to comment on the action that happened in the crowd. I
tell you what, the Kazakhstan supporters,
they very vocal. You would have just got a prime view of the packed house that we have, and that's the alarm in this brilliant game. You got to comment Kazakhstan. You got to commend Spain. Game. Spain have had a great tournament. They probably beat the favourites in the first game, and yes, that red card was definitely not a vital movement in the game. But just want to comment on the Kazakhstani and manager. I don't know what he is. He's someone in the stands for telling his supporters to pull their heads in. It is great to see that the sportsmanship is not only there on the field but also in the stands. But from Joseph Grzeski, Reece Cooper, and Alex Serapis, it's been an absolute pleasure calling you. I hope you enjoyed our commentary, and we'll get the word of whether we kept our job for the next game.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. That's all.
That's all.
So you're through to the final. How do you feel?
Вы в финале, как твои эмоции?
Эмоции самые положительные. Мы долго готовились к этому турниру. Считай, столько шли, столько у нас сборов были. Я очень рад, что мы дошли до финала.
You scored a big goal to go 2-1 in front. How do you feel you played?
Ты забил второй гол, который вывел вашу страну вперед. Как ты чувствуешь насчет этого? Твои эмоции?
Эмоции зашкаливают у меня. Считай, очень рад играть в таком турнире. Всегда приятно забивать важные голы.
How tough is it to play in such a game with high energy and aggression?
Насколько трудно играть в игре, где много интенсивной, агрессивной игре?
Играть сложно в таких играх, но мы долго готовились. Значит, месяц сборы были. Мы готовились физически готовы, думаю. Вот, в принципе.
You're impressing everyone at this tournament this year. Are you doing better than you thought you would?
Сейчас ты играешь в каком-то уровне. Играешь ли ты лучше, чем ты ожидал?
Ну, стараюсь с каждым разом прибавлять. Я работаю над этим. И тренировки дают свои плоды.
And next up is either Colorado or Sporting Maryland in the final. Who would you prefer and what do you think about both teams?
В следующем финале вы сыграете против Колорадо или Мэриленд Спортинг. С кем ты хотел бы сыграть и что ты думаешь о этих командах?
Команды очень хорошие. Мы смотрели, как играли эти команды. Хотел бы сыграть в Бразилии. С США мы играли. Всегда приятно играть в Бразилии.
Well, congratulations on a big win today. Well done.